Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be telling you the story of how I got my first tattoo at 15. Ironically enough, this is hilarious timing because as it would be in my life, spoiler alert, my mom found my first tattoo on Mother's Day when I was 15. So this is like the anniversary of 10 years since that happened. That's crazy to me. Can't believe I'm old enough to have a tattoo for 10 years. That's mind-blowing, but that's beside the point. My hair is all kinds of out of control today. I'm dressed like a unicorn. Just things are happening right now. When I was about 15 years old, all of my friends were probably like 18, 19, 21. So a lot of the people I hung out with didn't go to high school and they were a lot older than me, and because of that, a lot of them were tattooed, and I just was kind of dead set on getting a tattoo when I was 15 because I'm the kind of person, if you tell me I can't do something, I just want to do it. So I was determined I was gonna get a tattoo when I was 15. So me and my best friend Ariel set out to find a tattoo shop that would possibly tattoo a cute, skinny 15-year-old girl. Of course, we lied everywhere we went. She was 18 at the time, actually. So we went in kind of under the guise that she was getting a tattoo or whatever, and we would talk to the guy and then be like, oh, well, I was also kind of thinking about getting something, and just trying to make it this like spontaneous on the spot moment and be like, oh God, oh, I forgot my ID, damn it, can I just use hers? Like, tried that method several times. If you live anywhere in the Houston area, shout out to a couple of the crazy places that we went. We visited a place off of I-45 called Dago's Tattoos, and they're notorious for having a sign outside that says like their piercing prices and then ladies free. It's like their tattoo prices and then ladies free, just like whatever you want because you're a girl, we'll do it for free. So we kind of figured this place is definitely going to tattoo me underage. So we went into this place and oh my God, it was so sketchy. Like all the drawings on the wall, I specifically remember seeing a Playboy bunny drawing on the wall as if someone would pick that out to get that tattooed on them. And the drawing was horrible. It looked like knockoff Playboy bunny. Do you know what I mean? Where something like, you can tell what it's supposed to be, but it just looks like 100% knockoff version of it. That's what everything in this tattoo shop looked like. So right away I was like, this is gonna be a no-brainer. These people are gonna tattoo me. They're clearly unprofessional. Tried and no go. Had to have my ID. They asked, they wouldn't let it slide. We tried to kind of flirt our way in and still didn't work, so we left. This happened several other times. One of our regular tattoo artists, and when I say our, I mean kind of my group of friends. His name is Jody. He used to be at a shop in Huntsville called, oh God, Voodoo Tattoo. That was the name, Voodoo Tattoo. He is now at his own shop in Huntsville called FN Classy Tattoos, like the letters FN. Classy Tattoos. I think that's the last I heard of him. He has done a couple of my tattoos. He actually fixed the tattoo that I got at 15 for me. We went to Jody one night and he was tattooing Ariel, and we tried to talk him into tattooing me, but he knew that I wasn't 18, so he was like, yeah, I'll tattoo you for sure. And we were like, really? Like, oh my God, you'll do it? And he was like, yeah, when you're 18. So I was like, cool, I guess not. So moving on. This was 10 years ago. So this was back in the day of MySpace. So it was 2007. Oh God, I'm getting so old. And one of the girls that I was friends with on MySpace posted a photo of her new tattoo. And I knew for a fact she was not 18. So she's older than me, so I guess she had to have been 17 at the time. I asked her, I was like, oh my God, where did you get your tattoo? I've been trying to get tattooed. And she gave me the name of a shop that was in downtown Conroe. And of course, the next day after school, me and my friends ventured off. Ariel and whoever was driving us, I can't remember her name. She was very nice. Don't remember her name. She's in some of these photos that I have though. Oh, I'll insert photos of me getting tattooed just so you can see what I'm talking about. So this tattoo shop was crazy sketchy. It was connected to a pawn shop, which I mean, that just reeks of class. It was connected to a pawn shop. So we walk in and we're talking to the guys here and they're like, hey, I want to get a tattoo. They asked me what I want. I wanted a heart on my wrist. For those of you who don't know, I used to be a really big Him fan, as in the band Him. I'm still a big Him fan, but Billy Vallow is the lead singer of that band and his first tattoo was a heart on his wrist. So I thought, obviously, that should be my first tattoo too. So I told them what I wanted. They told me to pick out a heart on the wall of tattoos and they would trace it and draw it and put it on my arm. I was kind of confused when that happened. I was like, okay, like why can't you just draw a heart? It's really like a simple shape to draw. And he's like, no, just like pick one out from the wall. I have to trace it. And I was like, really? Like, this is who I'm gonna let tattoo me? Like someone who doesn't even have the skills to draw a heart. Sounds like a good idea, Twigs, good idea. Actually, as a matter of fact, I still have the stencil from that tattoo. I'm gonna go get it now for the purpose of this video. So there is the stencil. Do you see how shaky and wobbly and shittily drawn the stencil was? This guy was shaking a lot. He like couldn't really hold the pen still. I mean, look at it, brilliant, beautiful. That's the guy who I was like, sure, you can permanently mark my body. Go for it, sounds great. So obviously we get to the part where I'm filling out paperwork, my first and last name, my driver's license number, all that jazz. And obviously when it gets to driver's license number, I was 15. I didn't have a driver's license, so there wasn't really anything I could put there. So I told the guy, I said, hey, so I don't have my license with me, but my friend came here and got a tattoo from you and she said it would be fine if I didn't have my license. And the guy was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, just like make some numbers up. And I was like, okay, sweet, sounds great. So I just wrote down like, I'm pretty sure I wrote down Ariel's driver's license number. I'm pretty sure I just used her license number. And yeah, I got tattooed. I definitely, like I said, I will insert photos here of me getting tattooed, as well as a couple of photos of right after I got it tattooed. Whenever I first got it done, I just had the black outline, but I have since got it filled in red. It's hard to show on camera because my arm wants to twist. Showing it like that is a much more accurate representation of what it looks like. I have had to go get this tattoo fixed. It has been worked on, I think 2 or 3 times now. It's been worked on a little bit, so it definitely had to go get fixed. I remember right after leaving the tattoo shop and getting in the car with my friends, I literally remember looking down at my tattoo and saying, wow, that's a shitty tattoo, and laughing with all of my friends about it. We just thought it was kind of hilarious. It was a story. It was an experience, I guess. So I, of course, was hiding this from my mom, and I was wearing like those sweatbands all the time on my wrist. I also would tie a bandana on my wrist. I tied anything and everything to cover up my tattoo. I did not let my mom see it. And whenever she found my tattoo, she was like, no, this is not real. And she started like scrubbing it. She was like, there's no way you actually got a tattoo. And I was like, no, yeah, I definitely did. It's pretty real. It's not gonna come off, Mom. For real, I got a tattoo. So needless to say, she was kind of pissed off about it. Rightfully so, can't really blame her. After that, I did go back to get a second tattoo from the same guy because it went so well the first time. I figured why not? So I did get a second tattoo. I got another Billy Vallow tattoo. If you haven't watched my tattoo video, I'll link that below because that kind of explains why I got all my tattoos better than I will right now. But I definitely went back to the same guy and paid him to give me another tattoo. It's really poorly done. I could probably have it lasered off because not all of the lines are so like deep, dark, and black. A lot of the lines are really shallow and kind of washed out and gray and sketchy. Like I said, he wasn't the greatest tattoo artist. I was 15, it was all I could do, so I kept doing it. After I got that tattoo, I stopped for a little while, and then one of the guys that I knew started tattooing, so he came over to Ariel's house one day and gave me a tattoo on my ankle, and that is all 3 of the tattoos I got when I was 15. After that, I did not get any more tattoos until I was 18. I kind of bowed them off. I was like, these don't look good. I'm not proud of these. These all need to get fixed or lasered or whatever, but they're just not turning out great, especially the one on my ankle. Oh my God. You used to be able to read what my ankle tattoo says. Now it's just like, I don't know. I could tell you it's like elfish and you'd be, or elvish, and you'd be like, yeah, totally. I can see that now. It doesn't even look like a word, but I swear to you, when I first got it done, it did not look bad. I, once again, will insert before and after photos here. So that is it. That is my story of how I got tattooed at 15. I am in no way encouraging you to get tattooed underage. I am incredibly lucky that I did not catch any diseases or anything from doing this, because the place where I was getting tattooed, like I said, connected to a pawn shop, middle of the ghetto, super trashy. It got busted for having a meth lab in the back about a month after my second tattoo. So that's pretty cool. That happened. It sounds so stupid when I look back and say it. I'm like, yeah, something was going on. How did you not know? There was always people behind a one-way mirror in the back of the tattoo shop, and I thought that was kind of strange, but I didn't really think anything of it. I didn't think that they had a meth lab back there, but it turns out they did. So the more you know. I definitely was kind of putting myself in a dangerous situation doing that kind of thing. I do not recommend that. That's not a good idea. But like I said, I kind of did it for like the experience of it, and I just was determined to get a tattoo at 15 because so many people had told me I couldn't do it, and I was like, no, I can do it. I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to do it. If you guys like these story time videos, please let me know by leaving a comment down below and giving this video a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe to my channel, I put out new videos every single Wednesday, and I would love to have you here. I have a lot more story times planned. There was a lot of things that happened to me as a young rebellious teenager. Does anyone else have really embarrassing tattoos that they're not proud of? Let me know. I would love to hear y'all's stories as well. Thank you again so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you later. Bye.